Hi Aquarius, welcome to Sophquest Energy. I'm Spence, and welcome to your birthday season. Happy birthday, Aquarius. I'm going to start shuffling your cards for you. Today we are going to be using the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. We are going to use the Quantum Tarot by Stopforth and Chris Butler. And we're going to use the Power of Surrender cards by Judith Orloff, MD. All right, so I'm going to pull your oracles first, and then I will lay out your Tree of Life spread as always. So, it's somebody's birthday, I wonder who. It's someone right there in the room with you, smiling and laughing and waving you-hoo. It's somebody's birthday. My goodness, it's you. Happy birthday, Aquarius. So first I'm going to pull you three Queen of the Moon Oracle cards and talk about your new season. Firstly, yes, we just had the new year and started the new decade, which is an amazing thing. And we just went through a very massive energy with the full moon eclipse that we had on January 10th because there was a Saturn and Pluto conjunction right there with it, and a large stellium of planets in Capricorn, just bringing everything right to the earth, right to your daily life, to the systems that you work within. So work, your home life, things like that. I started actually uploading right, I believe on the 10th or the 11th, talking about the eclipse for the first few signs. And in the last 2 weeks, just as it would have it, the eclipse worked right in my day-to-day life, my actual life, by shocking the heck out of me with Uranus at play, your planet, because it's like every other day there have been renovations happening in my apartment building. And for the last week, it's been in the apartment above me. There is no getting around that sound. They were drilling and sawing. So I've had to wait. But isn't that, not surreptitious, but isn't that, what's the word that I want? Serendipitous. That's the word I want. Isn't that serendipitous for you? Because this is your new moon. This is your new year energy, your solar return. So you're going to feel the air lighten up. We go from an earth sign into an air, your sign, and it lightens up. It feels like fresh air, feels like a new time. And isn't that just a beautiful feeling for you? So I think you're going to feel a new lease on life now. I really do. All right, pulling your Queen of the Moon oracles. We have Surrender. We have Sovereignty. Wow. And we have Extremes. Wow. Interesting. I'm going to think about those for a minute or two. And I'm going to pull your Power of Surrender card. Whoa. Okay, that jumped right out. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Put that right there as well. And I'm going to lay out your Tree of Life spread. So welcome back to Sophquest Energy. If it's your first time here, welcome in. Soph means wisdom. We are questing after a way to implement our mind, body, spirit healing to hopefully use our energy for the greatest possible good in our lives. And, you know, Socrates, right, said that an unexamined life was not worth living. And so this is really about examining it. And I'm an astrology buff. I like to look up at the stars and see where the alignments are. It's a map. It's just a map. It's like the astro weather. So just like a weather forecaster would give you a weather forecast, this is more of an astro forecast. Beautiful. Let me lay them out and then I'll show you the cards. Okay, at this point, I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut I like to lay out the first three, the issue and the form it takes, along with your karmic, right? Okay. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, laying this out, and then we're going to talk about it. So it's your solar return. This is new energy. It's a time where the eclipse season that we just had a couple of weeks ago is coming to its close here in the next few days, and we are going through this change up. And in the last video in Capricorn, you know, I talked about it like when, you know, like Microsoft, you know, went from 1.0 to 2.0, that kind of thing, when there's an update in the operating system. And that's kind of what the energies are like. When we go through an eclipse, we shed out old things and we bring in new things. But during the new energy of the transitional time of making those changes, making changes in schedules. So in our real life, right, this is Jupiter and Capricorn. Throughout this entire year, Capricorn is very much activated. And right now, a lot of the cardinal signs, which are initiating change, they initiate. So we are initiating change here. And your planet Uranus is in Taurus, which is also an earth sign. So these are real life things that are happening in your world, in your office, in your home. And so you have a new operating system and you're going to see the glitches. Right now, moving from this energy of the full moon eclipse in Cancer, which was very emotional, letting and shedding things, letting go and shedding of the things that are a little outdated. They're just outdated. They are no longer viable in order for us to progress in our lives. So we have to let go of things, and that's a hard cling. It's like we cling and we think we might need to take it with us, but we really don't, and we have to unclench and let go of those things that we thought we wanted to do or how we wanted to do it, or just thinking that we could do it on our own, period. And forgetting that we're co-creating with the universe, with universal, you know, cosmic consciousness, with divine timing and divine order, right? So things are changing, and we're working this new operating system, and we are beta testing right now in Aquarius. And I say that because you are the sign of invention and innovative ideas that are revolutionary, futuristic, focused on future forward. And sometimes a shocking, surprising thing can happen in your world, and you're going to have to adjust, and you're just going to have to keep going. And you're really good at that, actually, Aquarius, because you can come up with a creative solution. You're a good troubleshooter. Now, I'm sure you know this about yourself. All right, so let's start. Firstly, we're going to start with your surrender card. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Okay. People pleasing. It says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Right now, it's your birthday time, and I think that you should take on that energy and say, it's my birthday, it's my time, I'm going to take care of me. Let people dote on you. Let them give you gifts. Let them, and when I say let them, of course it's going to happen anyway, right? It happens every year at our birthday time. But do we really receive it? Do we absolutely open our arms and wholeheartedly open our heart and receive the love from other people and let them please us? Especially if you're used to taking care of other people. That could be something that you might have to think about for the next couple of weeks. I'm saying the next couple of weeks instead of a full month cycle because I'm going to come in earlier in February. And yes, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the full moon cycle that we'll be dealing with then. But let's just say this is for the next 10 days to 2 weeks for you since I'm coming in late in the month. All right. Also, leave me some comments, by the way, about how that massive full moon eclipse worked in your life. What changed? What changed? What was shed? What began anew? because the new things are going to be implemented now with brand new ideas. You're going to have those ideas first. You're the Aquarian in the room, right? I have to admit also, I started my year off right because right at the beginning of January, I got to see Oprah Winfrey on her Oprah Winfrey Vision 2020 Vision Tour. Oh, amazing. She started in Fort Lauderdale. Her special guest was Lady Gaga, whose interview was astoundingly raw and beautifully vulnerable and honest and inspirational, and I was moved. Gail was there in the audience, and Oprah kept going and talking to her in the front row. It was hilarious. In the first few rows, talking to people, going back and forth onto the stage. She had multiple guests. Julianne Hough danced, and it was a really uplifting day. We were given a gift bag by Oprah, which had a workbook, which we worked through. Really asking ourselves some questions and seeing if we had sort of a cemented idea about what our vision is for 2020. So it really started my year off right, and I highly recommend it if you get a chance to see her on the 2020 Vision Tour. Okay guys, hi, I'm back. Sorry, it started again. I had to wait a few minutes. So they're drilling in my building. They've been doing renovations, and it's just been something I have had to roll with, which is why I'm saying to everyone, yeah, roll with the punches, guys. Okay, so I was saying that I went to the Oprah 2020 Vision Tour. It was wonderful. So right now at your birthday time, if you do get a chance to see her, if she happens to be near you, it would really inspire you for your 2020 year to really create a new vision for yourself. So do that thing where instead of always people pleasing, you know, take on board right now that at this time it's good to let people care for you and please you and do for you a little bit. Okay, so if it's something that you take to extremes and it tiptoes over the line into codependency a little bit, that might be something you can work on in 2020. Understanding that, you know, put the oxygen mask on your face first, and then you can help other people, right? So that might be something you want to really think about. All right, let's look at your Queen of the Moon Oracle cards, because these are really interesting, this combination. First, we have surrender, sovereignty, and extremes. So I'm going to let you look at the artwork. Now, you know, taking into account what we saw in your surrender card of people pleasing, in this surrender card, you really see that this figure is looking up at the stars and saying, you know, I'm not doing this alone. I am co-creating with universal God consciousness, right? And so within divine timing, within divine order, then yes, I can exert my free will and I can make choices, but there are going to be times when I just have to look up and go, all right, well, this divine detour wasn't expected, but I'm going to have faith in the sovereignty of that. I'm going to have faith in that it's happening for me. It's happening for me, for my best course of action. It's also that card about having your own sovereignty. So there are going to be times where your free will, having your own sovereignty over your own life is right. And there are going to be times where you surrender that to the sovereignty of divine timing and divine order, right? So that's the wisdom, isn't it? And to pay attention to that, to pay attention to when you are able to work the new operating system and when the glitch comes up, okay, well, maybe I need to learn something about this. Change the way that I would normally do it because there is a new and improved way of doing it, that it's going to be more efficient or effective. And then the extremes card, I think, is about the extremes of either. It may feel to you like one day you're just carrying on smartly without any issues, and the very next day you have 10 fires to put out. That is the energy, isn't it, of Uranus, your planet in Taurus, about, second house. So it's very often, it can be about work and finances as well. So who knows what's going to come up for you in the next couple of weeks. I'm saying whatever it is, use your incredible Aquarian ability to innovate through those glitches, okay? Because I think that you will do better if you just take a deep breath during those moments. Understand the whole planet's going through these energies. It's not just you. It's not just happening to you, and nothing is against you. Nothing's trying to screw up your life. It's just that these are tweaks. These are tweaks in the universal, sorry, I have hair in my eye. Tweaks in the universal code, in the universal system, in the universal map. And so these are tweaks in getting the dominoes to fall in the right direction. So do what you do best. Get into your higher mind and take a more global view of what's happening with the energy so that you can accept anything that comes up, because you're going to be called on. It's your season. It's your sign's genius. You will be called on to come up with some creative solutions for putting fires out when they come up. Okay? So let's look at your karmic and dharmic of the next 2 weeks. And so the karmic, what you're shedding, the dharmic, what you're trying to go towards and figure out right now during this time, during this new moon cycle for you, Aquarius, during your solar return. So it's the Lover's card. So first and foremost, we could be looking at a relationship that you have with your long-term love. This could be talking about if you've just met someone and it was love at first sight, which is possible with the cards I'm looking at. This is someone you could see spending the rest of your life with if you're single. Let me just take a second, okay? Because when things come in, I got to roll with it. Hold on. Okay, Aquarius. I'm definitely seeing a relationship, and I am definitely seeing family life. Wow. Aquarius, you're such a good left brainer. You know how to work a procedure, a process, a plan. You're great at A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. You're great at reading a map, a schematic, things like that. And of course, all of the other parts of your zodiac, of your star map for you come into play, certainly. But the strongest solar energy as an Aquarian is for this kind of innovative way of looking at things. But you're very left-brained, so it's how can I make this procedure or process more efficient, more effective, right? How can I get, it's like the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, right? Aquarians kind of think that way. It's for let's get from there to there and get it done. Well, it looks to me, looking at your spread, this tree of life, that you are coming into a new time of development within yourself. Right, and I'm going to go right to the center, the heart chakra of your tree of life. It's sort of between the heart and solar plexus. This card represents what we are using our chi energy by feeling, how we feel, using our energy to do what we're doing in the world. And you have the Infinity card. This is one of the extra cards in this deck. And this is about best course of action, the Infinity card. Keep your mind open. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Just love this. I love this tarot. I really do. keep your mind open. There are so many possibilities you cannot possibly fathom right now. And I'm going to go to the card above it. Okay, so the top card, right, the lesson of the month is this Lover's card. So it's about choices. It's about choices in love. It's about choices in how you love or how you synergize with another, and doing this in a long-term way. In other words, with a future in mind. So this is about having relationship with the people in your life that you see every day, right? And that you're going to be seeing every day. So your spouse, you know, your long-term boyfriend or girlfriend. Love is definitely involved here. Then, in the middle, like I said, I showed you the Infinity card. It's just possibilities for change, for growth. Everything is possible. I really want to say everything is possible, because the underlying, what's between those two cards, right in the center of this Tree of Life spread, is the Tower card. And this Tower card for you today looks amazing. It looks amazing because you are coming through a time of challenge. I can see that because what's helping you out this new moon cycle, what's helping you out is the 15 card, the Devil card, or what we call the Temptation card or the Fear card. This card is about, you know, what's excessive and what bogs us down instead of frees us, right? It's bad cycles we get into, bad habits we get into, things like that. That's what the card represents. This is working for you, which tells me that you have faced and conquered your fear recently. You've gone through something. You've had to face this dark night of soul. You've had to face it. You've had to look at it and deal with it. And you came out the other end. You came out the other side with a different way of looking at it. You came out wiser, with a deeper sense, I think, of almost a deeper philosophical sense of the meaning of life. I mean, seriously, with that Infinity card, it was kind of like it took a toll on you, and it took you into a new way of seeing the world, of seeing yourself, and of seeing love's deep and wide and vast power. It opened your heart, it opened your mind, and it opened your spirit to a little bit more faith, I think. So, the issues that is gonna come up in the next couple of weeks. I'm sorry, I'm so tongue-tied today. New energy going from Capricorn into Aquarius. So that change up is, whew, my brain is working faster than my mouth right now. So the issue of the next couple of weeks for you is the Queen of Pentacles. This is the grounded Earth Mother. This is Yin energy. This is balanced, nurturing, dependable. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. Being in this energy means this is being a caretaker. It is. It's being a caretaker and someone who gives loving kindness to others. In the highest octave of the archetype of this card, you know, this is the mom who makes chicken soup for you when you have a cold, right? So it's a beautiful energy, and it says to stay grounded during this time when a lot of things are going to be changing up. You faced a difficult period where you had to face fear, and you made it through. I can see through your other cards that you're going to be making it through this by changing your philosophy a bit. And I can see that because the way this plays out, this grounded feeling of acceptance, if you will, and of comforting oneself and others, the way it's playing out is the Hermit card, the 9 card, which is a time where we take a moment. We take some time alone, whether it's in your car on the way to work or in the shower or bath at night. When you have time alone to think, even if it's just for a few minutes, if you meditate, maybe during a meditative time, where you're just understanding that you've come full circle on something. You really are accepting. You're accepting the changes that have come in your life. And you're allowing it to nurture you. You're allowing yourself to feel solid in the knowledge that it was helping you to become wiser. Helping you to trust. To face fear with faith. Faith in life, faith in yourself, faith in love, faith in God consciousness, universe. Because again, what's helping you is this card, which means it's in the reverse. You're getting over it. Your fears. You've faced some fears and you've gotten over it. Anxiety, panic attacks. The reason I say that is because underneath that card is the Ten of Cups. This is above it. So it's really in your emotional body. This is about fear and feeling like that when you go through that fight or flight moment, right, when the brain doesn't have enough serotonin and dopamine and it's got too much cortisol and, too much adrenaline and your heart starts to pound and you feel like a tiger's about to chase you, right? So it's that fight or flight feeling. And, with the Ten of Cups, this is feelings to the max. Okay, so you're feeling a lot right now. I think when you went through the full moon eclipse on the 10th, and during that time period with Saturn and Pluto really challenging you to feel, you were in your feels. And that's why maybe fight or flight, fears or tension or just doing things in almost an obsessive way just to try to keep control over your emotional body, right? Your emotions. But how are you feeling now? You're feeling at peace. You've gotten through that dark night and you're now sitting with this Queen of Pentacles energy and feeling like all is well. All will be well. I think you're believing that. I think you've gotten a different way of looking at things with the Hermit. And it's helped put things in perspective because it's helped you gain wisdom about what your feelings teach you. That when you are afraid of the changes and the upheavals in your life and too much on your plate, that to do this, to comfort oneself, to take care of yourself, to get back to your basics, to sleep well and eat right and move your body and get yourself back to balance is the best possible thing so that your feelings level out. This means that your family is around you and they're making you feel more calm and better about things coming. You're thinking right now about the King of Wands. What to do? The King of Wands has great vision. And the King of Wands is a master of using his chi energy. He knows how to use his energy well. He balances it. These are just such different energies, but you've got both. So you're on fire to do this new thing, to work your new operating system, work out the bugs. And you're doing your deep breathing, you're maintaining your Zen, you're getting into that way of feeling because you've conquered some fight or flight, panicky, stress-induced old ways of managing stress. And you've wisened up, and you've gotten into a better state of emotional balance. Your emotional body is now coming into balance. So this King of Wands, what you're thinking about is, what am I going to build? What is my vision? What is my 2020 vision? What are my short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals? You're thinking like an Aquarian, but you're thinking with vision. You want to take flight. You want to set a goal. Right now with this new moon in Aquarius, I think that when we go into this time, into the solar return time at our birthday time, it really is the beginning of our new year, and the new moon is your gift. It's when it's dark, right? The moon, it's a sliver. You can barely see a new moon. It's when the energy is so new and it's still dark. And as the moon waxes and more light comes over the next couple of weeks, it helps you grow that vision and get it done and move, take action steps forward. The King of Wands takes action steps. That's what you're going to be doing the next couple of weeks. The challenge is to totally trust yourself with this, the number 2 card. In the hero's journey, Joseph Campbell's hero's journey in the tarot is the Fool. So the Fool starts at 0, at the 21, he's the hero, right? So it's that journey process. The number 2 is after you've started doing things with your tools at hand, you trust your intuition. You listen to your feelings, your thoughts and your feelings, and you master them. And you learn that consciously and subconsciously, the answers are really within you. Remember, best course of action is that Infinity card. Trust your intuition about what's coming in for you. Trust your dreams. Trust your aha moments. Trust them, because the way that this issue's playing out, right? Getting into a Zen place of working well, taking care of yourself, taking care of others, in that beautiful balance, taking time for yourself, taking some downtime, going out, being alone for a few minutes so that you can look up at the stars and surrender and say, thank you, God, thank you, angels, thank you, universe, whatever you believe in, however you feel, and say, I trust. I trust that everything is working out for me. I trust in the divine order of the universe. And that sovereign truth is working in your life for your greatest possible good. So you're balancing. You're not letting anything go to extremes. You're trusting your intuition. It's a challenge for you. Because you're such a left brainer, you're so logical, it can be hard for you to really just trust. Because you're on step A, then step, D, then step, P, and then you're almost to Z, and then, or you're at X, and then something happens, and you got to go back to step M again. Trust your intuition about these things. Let divine inspiration come in those moments, because there's a better way if that happens. There's a better way, a more efficient way. So trusting that intuition, in so many ways, they're on opposite sides here. It's like fear or faith. You're not going to have fear. You've already decided that. You're going to have faith in yourself. Trust your feelings. Trust your intuition. That all things are possible, and that anything that comes in that's changing things is for your betterment. It's for the greater good. Now, I know awful things can happen. I know that. I do. But it's those moments in life where we learn to keep the eye on the ball about what's really important. With the Lover's card, right? Never forget that. The lesson that you're learning within this time frame. Love and the choices that you make in love, the choice to always choose love, is the greatest wisdom. So if something bad goes down, you know, something difficult happens, we have to say, it's time for me to be the change that I want to see in this situation, which means I'm going to be the love needed here if something goes wrong. Okay? So things can happen. All right, so what you know about yourself right now is you're at the magician stage. You've got all the tools on the table. You know how to use them all. You have your will, you have your heart open, you have your mind clear, and you have your pentacle, your body, your physical energy, and whatever resources you have at hand to be able to, you know, mind, body, heart, and spirit to move forward. That's what the magician has, the tools. All 4 elements: mind, heart, body, and soul. Okay? So you have that. The challenge is now to take the next step, to intuit, to allow the intuition, to trust it. Even when you don't have all the facts, to trust it and to trust yourself. You know, this too, your issue, this Queen of Pentacles, this is a very empathic and sensitive archetype in the tarot. What you get in through your senses, your sensory input, will matter right now. It will bring you wisdom. So if your gut's telling you something, rather than using your analytical mind, this whole reading is saying go with your gut sometimes, okay? Don't go to extremes, right? Don't go to extremes, but everything is working in sovereign timing. You can surrender to that and face your fear in case anything comes up that scares the heck out of you. You're like, no, that does not work for me anymore. I've already learned that lesson. I really had to shed that and let go of that. That's, I think, what you were working with, I think, during the full moon eclipse for you. It was in Cancer. Yeah, that's your 6th house. So in your day-to-day life, your health. So, you know, if you were under the weather, or if things at home were just a cluster of craziness, you know, and it was just like juggling, that's going to start to streamline now. You know this about yourself. You have the magician's tools. You're totally capable. And there are infinite possibilities. So use that beautiful, brilliant, innovative Aquarian mind right now. What you need to know about yourself is the 3 of Pentacles. The work that you're doing is coming to a fruition. You are succeeding. You've built a solid foundation enough to be able to have something to show for it. You have something to show for it, for the work that you're doing at this point. You do. And it's being noticed. Your work is being noticed right now. Know that. You're the magician, your work is being noticed. So infinite possibilities and a surprise coming in. So this could actually be news for you. Give me a second here. You have so many trumps, what we call trumps, or major arcana cards on the table. Seven out of 11. So, divine order. Things are being arranged for you, Aquarius. Okay? You're co-creating, but 7 out of 11. Most of it is being done in your world, in your life right now, externally, and then internally there are certain things that you are doing, like trying to stay calm, helpful, being wise about how you're spending your energy and taking care of yourself, being prudent, trying to stay in that positive frame of mind, appreciating your family, feeling like you know what's important right now in life. You are in charge of your own energy and using it for, productively, to be really productive. And then all of these other major arcana cards are happening under the surface and around all these energies that are changing. So underneath everything is that something is possibly coming down the pike that might be a little surprising with the Tower. This could be a very surprising event that happens in your world. Could be a shocking or surprising event that's happening in the world, and it's just something that you notice and that affects you. But if it's happening in your personal life, then don't be afraid of it. Do not be afraid of it. Trust. Now, what I can say is that this card is also the Capricorn card. It's working for you, right? The Devil card. It's Capricorn card. So it could be a Capricorn person, actually, that could be of help to you right now. This could be a fabulous birthday surprise. This could be a surprise happening with someone in your life, a loved one that is happening. But it looks positive. If it's negative, here's what I want to say, because I really don't see any negativity. I am going to pull... I haven't done this for anybody else, but it's your birthday. Yeah, I'm asking about it. Could be a change at work. A real transformation at work. It could be making changes in your children's school. Don't know why I just got that. Okay. Changes, changes at work that you celebrate. Look at that, 4 of Wands. Could be changes in your home. It could be a surprising change at home where you have to deal with some type of a structured. I'm so sorry, I'm getting in a lot. Just give me a second. This month has been crazy. The downloads come in so fast, I'm not even keeping up with them. Hold on. This is a possible foundational change that's happening in anything that's foundational in your life. So in your home, at work, in school. Could be a really good tax refund, by the way. So what I'm looking at is the Hierophant, the Death card, 4 of Wands. And what I'm getting from these 3 cards together, so this is a hierarchical system, right? Could be the job, could be marriage, could be school, church, synagogue, mosque, things like that. So it's, things are structural things in life that are like organized, right? So there's a transformation, with the Death card in between them. A transformation. And this looks pretty celebratory to me, this Four of Wands. Hello. Especially with the Ten of Cups. Hello. So if something seemingly goes wrong at first, have faith. Infinite possibilities could happen. Have faith. Because it may not seem like a blessing. It could be a huge blessing in disguise for you. Okay? So if whatever this surprise tower is seems negative, tell yourself rejection is God's protection. Right? So say that, because it means, I always say, you know, if you're late to work sometimes, you can stress all the way to work knowing you're going to be late, knowing you're going to be late, knowing you're going to be late. And get yourself in such a state that when you walk in, you can't even hardly work for a couple of hours because you're so flustered that you're late. Or you can take 3 deep breaths, calm yourself down, state definitively to yourself, I'm going to be late today. Okay? I was late at work today. But it's not going to be a bad day. I will apologize. It happens. And I'm gonna let it go. Forgive myself, go to work, and have a great day. It's one of those things. It's like whatever comes in, it may just be on its face fantastic, a great surprise. You could get a job, a raise, promotion, change in position at work. Things like that could come in for you. Because you are creating something that is being seen. And you look pretty happy and confident right now. So with the Ten of Cups on the King of Wands, you've been staring down your demons and going, yeah, using your sword and slaying them, no problem. Facing fears, maybe not that easily. Maybe it's been a process, but you're doing it. And you've really come into a time of real wisdom with yourself. So I do believe that whatever this tower is, first of all, it's destined. You got 2 more major arcana cards with the Hierophant and the Death card. And then this Four of Wands. Wowzers. If there's a change up in job, then keep heart. Really. Ooh, because it's your birthday, by the way, I'm going to do something for you. Let me reach forward because I'm going to pull for you another added card. Because it's your birthday, I'm going to pull the Miracles Now card, also very space age for you, Aquarius. And let's get some words on this. Let's get some words. What else do the Aquarians need to think about during this incredible changing time period? This Tower card and all of these major arcana cards changing things in their lives for hopefully the better, and looking that way. I mean, in effect, it's really all for the better because it's growing us and progressing us forward in life. Okay? I'm pulling 3. Second. Okay, here we go. So Aquarius, to wrap up your video, I want to say, and give me a second, don't click off too soon because I have something that I want to tell you. Stillness is the key to my success. Keep calm and carry on. My eyes will see what I desire. This is really about the power of manifestation, about being this King of Wands and having this great vision. Because I think you're going to soar in 2020. Okay? Stillness is the key to success. My eyes will see what I desire. Trust your intuition. You're going to see it. You're going to know where to go, which way to go. In the midst of a meltdown, I breathe through the discomfort and come out the other side. So not letting it shake you, rock your world. Whatever is happening in the next couple of weeks, believe, You got to believe it. You got to believe that not only are you going to come out the other end of it, you're going to come out the other end of it feeling like you're achieving something, even if it's something that you're creating that's brand new. There are infinite possibilities here. You really do have choices. What you don't have the choice over is, I think, what is externally changing around you. All right? And I just got that if you work in the restaurant industry, food industry, catering, hotel management, anything like that, a new position could come down the pike for you. One other thing. I'm so sorry. I'm getting one other thing for you. About taking care of your health and maybe starting a new regimen and a new program that makes you feel really good, that makes you feel more energetic. So a few things that you might want to change up. If you initiate that right now with your new moon, that can last throughout the year. It is not, I never think January 1st is the time to make New Year's resolutions. It's actually during a new moon. So this is your new moon for the year. Whatever you want to change about your physical, if you want to work out or, change nutrition, anything like that for you, it's going to work well for you this year. Okay, Aquarius? I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I want to thank each and every one of you. I hope you'll leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's been changing for you. And if you want to subscribe, please do also click the bell icon next to the subscribe button, and that way you'll get notifications. All right? So take care. I really wish you the best. Happy birthday to you, Aquarius. God bless. And I will see you again in February. Thanks.